Today we are talking about letting go. The Buddha's teachings tell us about the practice of letting go. Master Thich Nhat Hanh said, if we truly want to let go, we should love more, not less. But how do we do this? When something occurs, we intellectually know we should practice letting go, as it can affect our demeanour, our emotional contentment, and our happiness. So we tell ourselves to let go and step mindfully away from the incident. But it's a push and an effort. What we are in fact doing is letting others control our happiness. The reason it is so difficult to let go is that in many cases we are attached to outcomes. Outcomes that are based in our perceived view of fairness, justice, fair play. But we should let go of the future and simply enjoy this moment. But these are just words of reason, that we tell ourselves to cover the fact that it is really our ego that gets in the way and prevents us from letting go. Why should I overlook your wrongdoing? Why should I let you off from your rudeness, your unpleasantness, or your mindless actions towards me? But it's not about letting someone off. It's about our demeanour, our personal calmness. So how to let go? As I said earlier, we know the teachings, so we push to work to allow ourselves to let go. When in the reality of our Zen practice, it should just happen smoothly of its own accord. Letting go should just come naturally as a part of our daily Zen existence. The inability to let go can also get tangled up in the third precept of the Buddha, to abstain from improper speech. As both the inability to let go and improper speech are entangled in the ego. We tell ourselves and others that our words and our emotions against the perpetrator is a justifiable form of retribution. His Holiness the Dalai Lama is quoted as saying, attachment is the root of suffering. Hence it is the cause of suffering. The inability to let go also resonates in the second noble truth of suffering. It is due not only to attachments, to expectations, but also to grasping and clinging. We grasp and cling to the belief that the only way for us to achieve emotional contentment again is to regain what has been lost. Even when we know it's impossible, we cannot reverse the situation. When in fact, it's our ego getting in the way of our peace and tranquility in life, even when we are trying to practice non-attachment. Master Zhu Yuan's poem and teaching, The Poise of a Dying Man, is the poise of knowing what is important and what is not important, and of being accepting and loving. What would a dying man do if someone were to insult him? What would a dying man do if someone were to offend him? A dying man knows the pointlessness of enmity. The dying seek only love and peace. So in Zhu Yuan's teachings, we should take the poise of a dying man and let go of others' adversity towards us. And let it simply roll off us like water off a dying man. In the years of teaching Buddhist practice and Zen mindfulness, many students have asked me, how do we let go? What is the process? What is the formula? As I have never seen a formula given, the answer I give is from my own experience. And I'd like to share that with you now. In my experience, I have found 3 ways to practice and gain the ability to let go. The first is through the practice of Zazen. When we start to practice Zazen in the short term, relatively short term of regular ongoing practice, we can gain the experience of the arising of the sensation of peace and tranquility. But what I have found is over the longer period, 10, 11, maybe 12 months, of the regular sitting and calming of the body, bringing the mind to a state of stillness, silence and clarity, over this longer period, it tends to soften the ego and ease the attitude. And when the attitude is eased and the ego is softened, then the ability to let go comes drifting in. The second way is via what is called the trilogy of hearing. Okay. We study the Buddha's teachings to gain knowledge. We contemplate that knowledge to gain understanding. Over that knowledge and understanding and the stillness, silence and clarity of a meditative mind. Now, on any subject you like. Plumbing, astrophysics, doesn't matter. Here we're talking about life. But on any subject you like, if you have knowledge, if you have understanding, if you have clarity of mind, the outcome on that subject is wisdom. And from wisdom comes emotional contentment. From emotional contentment comes peace of mind. And from peace of mind comes the ability to let go. The third way I've learnt is from this understanding of the second of the five hindrances. Okay? The second of the 5 hindrances is the practice of ill will. And the antidote to ill will is the practice of patience and tolerance. Patience and tolerance, or the inability to practice patience and tolerance, has the same problem as letting go. Our ego gets in the way. Why should I practice patience and tolerance with you when you've done this? Why should I let go of what I am feeling because you have done this? In coming to understand and practicing patience and tolerance, the ability to let go also comes in. So these are the three ways I have come to practice letting go. But we are all individuals and different. And we need to find our own path to the top of the mountain. If we pick up a piece of wood, like so, it can be heavy. But if we just let it go, then the heaviness is gone. So remember, burdens are only heavy if we hold on to them. I hope that my thoughts and my experience in this matter may be of some benefit to you and to others. Thank you for being with me today.